Has our country become a nation that has created for itself the problems that naturally occur within a culture of entitlement? Are more and more of our youth suffering from the damaging effects of entitlement? Let's get into this.
I come to Walmart and I'm in Lewisburg, it is always something popping off. Now, I don't know what's wrong with her. Oh my God! No, she need her ass whooped. Because I don't know if it's that her grandma, but y'all, let me tell you something. I would take that little girl by her neck. What in the world is she got to be on some medicine? It got to be something wrong with her. Y'all, do you see this? She made this mess, y'all, and they standing there letting her do it. And her grandma gonna have to pay for this. This girl is crazy. Do y'all see this? Oh my God! The last time I ever hear a damn car came through the door, and then this little girl in here tearing up, and her grandparents let her do it. I would not hurt the boy. Oh my God, y'all! Baby, give me the permission. Give me the give me the permission, baby, honey. I will knock that purple shirt off of you. You hear me? Oh my God! Oh my God! Y'all better get. Oh my! Y'all better get. Who do she belong to? Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Oh no no no, darling! You need a mom. Eat your ass. You need. Yes, ma'am. Oh my God! Oh my God! Where is her? Where is her parent, y'all? Y'all better get the authorities out here, boy. I will beat the boy.
Hey, welcome back to Enough with the Crazy. As I watched this video, I couldn't help but cheer for the woman who was filming to hopefully go viral, because to me, she represented what every child needs as the foundation by which they could grow and develop into the healthiest of ways into adulthood. In this, I mean to say that it is the foundation a child desperately needs of learning the lesson of required accountability for their choices and their conduct, so that when they grow into adulthood, they are equipped to both endure the hardships that they will face with strength of discipline and wisdom of choices that would benefit them and not create further harm for them. I want to go through this article that discusses the long term effects of spoiling a child and not teaching them this critical lesson of personal accountability, the lack of which results in a child growing up to suffer the consequences that accompany a lifestyle of entitlement. In this video, you can see the rage that is in this child. Now, as the woman filming can be heard saying she doesn't know if it is a mental issue or not, by the expression of rage emanating from the child, it seems as if the child is just throwing a temper tantrum. So the woman filming can be heard saying that she wishes that she could get permission to deal with the child because, in no uncertain terms, she describes how she would get the child to appreciate just who had the authority within how that child would be expected to conduct herself. That lesson is a necessary lesson for a child under normal circumstances to learn, because without that lesson, a child will grow up to become an adult that cannot make a decision apart from the enraged feelings they deal with that stem from their ingrained sense of entitlement. And because of that, they will lack the ability to make decisions that will benefit them as adults. They will make decisions that would only create further harm for themselves. Only this time, as an entitled adult, they will then have to face consequences that are much more severe. Now, contrary to how many would feel concerning how the woman filming wanted to deal with the child, the reality is this: there are times when just talking to a child is completely effective. Yet when a child learns that regardless of the level of the wrong they do, the response doesn't change, in other words, the resulting measure of accountability doesn't increase to meet the level of the wrong, then the child never learns to consider if giving in to their enraged feelings are truly worth the response they will have to endure. And if a parent should neglect teaching their child this critical life lesson, then they will have created a future for the child that will not benefit them. So let's get into this article. As a parent, you want to give your kids everything their hearts desire to make them happy. But parents who give too much, too often, can spoil their children. Spoiling your children can be harmful to them, both socially and developmentally. Since children who are spoiled often do not have to learn to solve their own problems, they can lack the life skills necessary to successfully negotiate the demands of adulthood. Children who are spoiled can become overly dependent on their parents, which can cause them to have trouble making themselves happy as adults. Researchers Connie Dawson and David J. Bredelhoff cite a study showing that college aged young adults who were spoiled as children tended to believe that being alone makes a person unhappy, and that the source of their happiness is other people rather than themselves. When children are spoiled, they often don't have to learn responsible behaviors. According to Baton Rouge Parents Magazine, children who are spoiled are unable to understand the concept of boundaries as adults and can develop problems such as spending, gambling, overeating, and drinking. These children are sometimes unmotivated and can be described as lazy or angry, lacking in emotional maturity and having poor problem solving skills. These adults might flounder and become unhappy with their lives. Disrespect and defiance are characteristic of spoiled children who are likely to whine, beg, ignore, or manipulate to get their way. Often, spoiled children are so overindulged they do not get to express themselves in ways other than through their negative behaviors. Rebellion can become a natural response in these children who are overindulged and overprotected. Because they have not learned that relationships involve both give and take, children who are spoiled can have trouble making and keeping meaningful friendships. Bruce J. McIntosh, MD, writing in the journal Pediatrics, indicates that spoiled children can be insensitive to the needs of others, are prone to temper tantrums, and have trouble deferring gratification. Because other children might not want to be around someone with these characteristics, spoiled children might become unhappy loners who do not even like being by themselves. Now, look, it is no secret that in our current society, more and more people ages 35 and below struggle with things like depression, anxiety, and mental health more than ever before. It especially seems to be on the rise with those whose age range is approximately 13 to 29. So, with all the things our science reveals that mostly contribute to depression, social media, loneliness, bullying, and the lack of the learned ability to deal with the hardships of life through parents teaching their children that they just don't always get what they want, we need to realize that what we're currently endorsing as a society is best for our children is simply off track. This everyone gets a participation trophy mindset, it just doesn't help our children learn to deal with the realities of life's hardships, and especially those more difficult hardships that they will face as they grow older. You see, when everyone gets a trophy, then no one learns how to survive disappointment. No one learns the important lesson that despite not getting what it is that they want, they still have hope to strive for something else that they can get from their efforts in working for it. Children need to be taught the skills to deal with the reality that life is a constant journey of both success and failures. Children will excel in their successes more so when they are taught to understand and overcome the experiences of failure. To deny children the lesson of how to live within their own personal accountability to face adversity and make positive, disciplined decisions to reject their feelings of disappointment and hence conduct themselves in the manner by which they can move forward and find those successes that bring them joy, that is to ensure that they will always suffer the ill effects of anxiety and depression. Children, through the lessons of personal accountability for their actions to make the right choices despite whatever it is that they are feeling, will discover the means to live a life free of depression. Now, sure, we all suffer a bit of depression whenever it is that we don't get something that we really want. But hey, that's just a part of being human, right? But those who have that inner strength instilled within them from the lessons of childhood have the skill set to get themselves out of it and to move on to bigger and better things. And that really is the principal point of all of this. We have to equip our children to deal with the realities of life and not create within themselves this deep sense of entitlement whereby they crash and burn at every little obstacle. We are harming our children and their futures if we do that. And if we care about our children, we need to take upon ourselves the responsibility to ensure that they are well equipped to handle the difficulties of life that they will face and the multitude of failures that they'll endure on that journey to find all the successes that await them. When we do that, then we can be sure that we have given our children the best opportunity as possible to have the best life they can possibly have as they grow. So let me know in the comments just what your thoughts about this are. And of course, if you enjoy this type of content, I humbly request that you would please take the time to share it with others, as it will definitely assist me in my goal to increase the channel. And also, please don't forget to hit that like button, to click that subscribe button, and to punch that notification bell to be notified of any and all new videos. Hey, as always, I want to say thanks for taking the time to listen. Until next time,